Welcome to the Enthoozed Motors YouTube channel. I'm Gianni the mechanic. Today we worked on our friend's 2014 Honda Civic EX. We did our alternator and then we solved a couple little things. He got his battery swap, whatever. Just watch the video, enjoy it. But if you need a tool list, if you're doing this by yourself and you're looking for some support in the YouTube community, I have all the tools I use in the description. So before you watch the video, if you're doing this right now as we speak, make sure you grab them tools and make sure you got them handy. Guys, whether you're here for entertainment or to learn or to just relax, kick your feet up, man. Enjoy the video. Leave a comment if you don't like the video. Leave a comment if you do like the video. Like and subscribe if you want to stay and go along this journey with me, man. So let's do it. Back here, guys. Today's our first video for a long journey. Today we're on a 2014 Honda Civic EX. We're just simply doing alternator, and then we're gonna put a little more transmission fluid in it, just for the sake of not doing a full exchange, because you could damage the transmission if it goes too long without changing fluid. There's a fill cap down here. I'll probably flip the camera 1 second. Focus right now. If you see that little black piece down here with like the bronze spark coming off of it, that was just sitting down here in the engine somewhere, and I just see all the residues around it. So I'm assuming that's transmission fluid that's leaked out through that little hole. So we're just gonna fill it up a little bit, and then we're gonna go from there. We started by disconnecting the battery. We're gonna start with this alternator here. We unplug this connector and pop this little cover back. The reason why you want to disconnect your battery is because if I had it connected right now, and let's say I'm wrenching right here and I just twist it right here, boom, right there, you can short the main fuse, then you have to get deep into the fuse box, blah, blah, blah. Car won't ever start without the main fuse being replaced, so just make sure you always disconnect the battery. But we're gonna go ahead and disconnect this 10. Disconnect this connector. Kind of get this wiring harness, these little clips, you squeeze them from this side, they pull out that way. Same one with down there, squeeze from the inside here, pull out that way. And then you should have access to the belt. And yeah, so I'll take you through it step by step, but let's do it. Here you have a harness clip. What you do is you pull this little tab backwards and you pull upwards to get it off. That'll give you some more leeway to move this harness to the side when it's time. So we just got the 10 off, the main power line for the alternator. Got this connector off here. This connector was sitting here, we just press this side, obviously pull it back. So now we can move this harness to the side. The next step will be pulling these clips out, pulling the harness away, and then we'll move from there. Just a heads up, this connector will be sitting here like this. You're gonna need to sneak your finger under and press the clip that's here to pull it off of this little metal piece. So if you look at this upside down side of it, you gotta push this little tab down like that to pull it off. See, now we're going for the alternator belt. There you go. So what I have to do is turn that that bolt sticking off, turn it counterclockwise, or pull it upwards to loosen the tension on the belt. Now what you're gonna need is something very, very long. As you can see, I'm using this 3/8 drive, very, very long, with a 19 on it. You could do that, or you could either get like a super long 19mm box end wrench, and that'll work as well, or combination wrench. All those will work. But yeah, what you're gonna do is get down in here. Ooh, if my socket even fits on there, which it doesn't. So GG, now I gotta use a wrench instead. A wrench is much smaller, but I'm gonna have to put some serious ass on this because it holds a lot of tension. So to remove the tension, it's gonna take a lot of strength. So I'll probably put the phone down for now, use both of my hands to get this up, and then we'll go from there. Short wrench, I got just enough ass on it to, get the tension off the tensioner. So now we're gonna go ahead and start disassembling. Not disassembling, but taking off the alternator. So we got a bolt up here. We should have bolts on the bottom. Look like 10s or 11s. I'll tell you right now when I put a wrench on there. She had 12mm, but I took it out and then I used like a Prybar just to pry here, get the alternator forward a little bit. And then we get visibility for the bottom bolt, also a 12. I don't know if you can see it right below the pulley, but yeah, that's pretty much it. And then we'll take it out, put the new one in, get it rolling. Let's do it. We have the two alternators here. Obviously the brand new one, and then we got the old one. What we're gonna do is transfer all these brackets and stuff over so that we can also put our harnesses back on. So it's just gonna be this plate, this bracket, and this bracket. Alternator ready to go back in. Looking good, looking good, looking good. Alternator bolted up. Top bolt, bottom bolt's also good. Now we gotta put some ass on the tensioner one more time. Push it that way, towards the back of the vehicle, to release the tension, to slip the belt back on, and that would be good to go. Also, our belt back on. Now we're gonna reattach our little harness here. So I actually do that on camera. Sorry, my hands are super dirty, but we are fixing the car. So I'm gonna clip that on right here. this connector is gonna go here. If you hit a click, you know it's it. Power cable, I'm gonna worry about that in a second. I'm gonna go ahead and plug this connector back in. Don't forget that we unhooked it. So we gotta hook it back on. It's gonna slide back on right here on the bottom. You heard the click, we're good. So we're gonna plug this bad boy back in. Right there. And then now we have our power cable. Gonna unscrew. Most alternators come with a new nut. Worst case scenario, you just use the old nut you took off. But here we go. There is a little notch on the power cable. You want to get into that little space there. Sorry, doing this one hand is a little difficult, especially my left hand, but we're good. They're going to tighten this down. Then don't be the rookie guy that doesn't put the battery back on. If you hop in the car and it's not starting, make sure you have your battery on, make sure you have your power cable on here, and we're good to go. Oh yeah, bro. You can it's really all the accessories on in the car. You're gonna have 14-inch volts. That's really good. Got headlights on, hazards on, high beams on, everything on, radio on, everything.